All right, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right. Hello. We've got some really beautiful rain outside that I didn't realize it was raining until after I started this hangout. So I won't be here long, but I've noticed the increase in problems with witches from the church. And I mean, you guys know that I've been going around in circles with very patriarchal, zombie-ish type of men for the past 6 years. But what I have noticed is that they don't seem to understand what they're dealing with here. Okay. And I want to let y'all know, and I've proven for 6 years that no matter what it is that you do, it's futile. Your resistance is futile. The survival of this planet depends on women being strong and standing up against your demons that choose to destroy the earth and the world. So you're playing in a whole other playing field. Running your mouth and talking crazy is not going to do anything. First of all, none of you men have an authority over women unless we give it to you. So this is where you guys are going to have to learn to play nice. You guys are doing a little bit more than hating on our businesses. You guys are straight up attacking us. And I've been dealing with you and your patriarchal women for years. Hey, Ivy, Moon, and Latoya. Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with that. That's your past life regression. And then when you bring up Jesus Christ was a magician and a healer. That's why he was crucified. So when you bring up Jesus Christ, you're bringing up my brother. Jesus Christ already died and then was resurrected for this so-called sin. Now, you guys know I am not Christian. I am pagan. If you have a problem with that, I would suggest you leave this channel, okay? Because we don't play that. Okay, we make sure that we handle business at the end of the day. And this crap that y'all coming with, it's the same crap that y'all were coming with 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. We can literally, like, as a witch, I can erase your memory. I can make all kind of crazy fuck shit happen. The problem is that a lot of y'all men gravitated towards the evil witches. And see, I'm not an evil witch. But right now, y'all taking my kindness for weakness again. And see, I told y'all, don't do stuff like that. You know, people that are very kind. And then see, I've got a lot of Gemini in my chart, so I can flip back and forth. Because whatever demons are plaguing you are not going to plague me. I've got the right to send that back to you. You can't do that. And then you've got to neutralize that energy, whatever demons or entities. You know, maybe some of y'all killed witches in y'all previous life. Y'all need to go ahead and settle that in a positive manner. You know, and so for me, I want a peace treaty with these people. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to continue to go back and forth with you because it's definitely futile. First of all, You cannot stop somebody from serving themselves or their own life purpose. Okay. You can't do that. Yeah. We're not interested in hearing your Bible thumping point of view. We don't need Jesus to save us. We just have to create a clear path for people like us so that they can benefit from the knowledge and the wisdom that we have. Regardless of what you say about me, ain't nobody took care of me but me the past 30 something years of my life. So what y'all got to understand is that us women that you meet in social media, we had a life before you. We didn't just come into existence the day you met us. So you have to respect that. If you can't, then you can unsub from the channel. So far, there's been a group of men stalking my Etsy page, stalking my channel. By the way, hit the thumbs up because they've got men and women, and the men and the women look like men. So, and listen, whatever it is that you're tripping off of, what you need to do is go and ask your God or whoever you deal with, because mine is going to show you. Now, everybody knows on this channel that I can work with Jesus Christ. I can even work with Allah. I can work with Shiva. I can work with Lord Ganesha. I can work with Vesta. I can work with Venus. I can work with Aphrodite. I can work with Oshun. I can work with Yemiya. I can work with Lucifer. I can work with his best friend Clonic and his buddy Boone or Boone, however you want to pronounce it. So if if it scares you, which I don't know what you're afraid of, if you believe in your religion, what the fuck would you be afraid of a witch for? See, that's the difference. I don't have fears of other witches because I am one. Okay. And I'm very cliche. I got the mole, the raised up mole on the chin and every damn thing. And I can create a storm just by being fucking irritated. That's why it's raining outside. Don't irritate me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think of mixed women, of somebody dating somebody. I don't care about that. I am here on business. I have said this so many times. And you know what? All this emotional stuff, you men have got to stop trying to use our emotions against us, because that is what gives us power. Child, the wet, watery underworld of the woman's deep emotion and intuition, it'll fuck you up every time. It will. You got to stop that. Those energies are very powerful. The sea will start roaring, it'll start raining and thundering. Okay, I done seen the energies of that water just come wipe a bunch of shit out. So, stop with that. Like, it's been years. Stop. It's never going to work. First of all, y'all need to start dealing with women that want to deal with you. If a woman wants to deal with you and she's saying, hey, I'd like to deal with you, then deal with her. But this whole thing where you try to keep women at a certain level because you want to see them in bondage and all that shit, stop it. It ain't going to work over here. I will never, ever, ever submit to a person like that. If somebody asks me to deny myself of myself, I'm going to know that that person don't love me. And I believe in unconditional love. I don't believe in putting conditions on love. But I think that if you are a man and you are clearly creating obstacles, we can talk about it. We can talk about the emotional aspect of it. But at the same token, I'm going to reverse your shit. Everything that you did, your little man magic and shit, I'm just going to reverse it and it's going to smack you in the face. You don't have the right to be coming at women like that. You need to learn to show respect for all women of all races. We don't just represent Black women over here. We represent white women too. I have white ancestors. Okay. And I don't look at life from an enslaved point of view. Otherwise, I would be just like them, and I'm not like them. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of the Black man trying to put me in damn bondage. I done got tired of that shit, man. I done got real tired of that. Y'all at the bottom because of that. You'll stay at the bottom because of that. Because you're not going to get nowhere unless it's through a woman. A woman is going to be your judge. A woman can be the police officer. Some of y'all, a woman is your public defender. Okay? So all this, shucking and jiving, I enjoy man play too. Sometimes I just want to get, grabbed up and made love to. But when it comes to this here, you can't mess with this. I would never leave witchcraft for any man, not ever. Why would I need to? So I'll always be a witch until the day that they rest my bones into the ground. It just is what it is. People are who they are. A chameleon is a chameleon. A butterfly is a butterfly because it's a fucking butterfly. And being a witch is not just about casting spells or cursing people. It's who you are. You don't even have to sit around and talk about it all the time. I don't sit around and talk about witchcraft if I'm not doing a ritual, when I'm not on here talking about it or discussing it, I'm doing normal things, my normal everyday activities, which are very witchy. A lot of the stuff that I do is very witchy. I keep it witchy. Okay. So if a man were to, if I don't care if I love that man, and he just rocks my world from north to goddamn south, I am not going to ever give up witchcraft for you ever, because I shouldn't have to. So that would be just like you asking me to give my power over to somebody else, which I don't know who the fuck that is, who you want me to give my power over to. It ain't Jesus, because I spoke to Jesus and he said that was BS. Now, when Jesus comes knocking, I trust Jesus. So I'm not one of them kind of witches that disrespects deities. I think that's stupid for people to do that. I keep it real respectful. I may talk about the Quran, but I don't talk about Allah. You ever hear me come on here talking some shit? I've only talked mess about one deity, and that was Belial. And me and him worked that out. Me and Belial, Baal, whatever you want to call him, we worked it out. In fact, he does my bidding for me sometimes. See, the problem is that my witchcraft shows. I do this full time with no other source of income, and I've been doing it for 6 years. And I have an entire house surrounding me. So obviously it's very real. You can't call that a scam. That's just like if you look at a Reiki technician, a nurse, a doctor, a psychologist, a massage therapist, a witch, a healer, a shaman. And I open the door for a lot of people that are afraid of that. So I'm a friend in magic. I'm not somebody that's going to try to enslave you and use you. I don't do that. Now, I have a very important ritual coming up on the 13th. And then we have Imbolc coming up. Okay, so clearly we have to focus. There's a lot of things that I have to do. It's tax season. I got to do my, I have bookkeeping and stuff to do. Okay, then also I have a family. So I don't have time to sit up here and continue to go back and forth with people that want to debate and they want to tell me what I got and they watching me and they doing all this stuff. Hey, listen, there is nothing that you can do. Y'all have literally brought me to the brink of death before. Trust me. I rose right back up 3 days later, less than 3 days later, like Jesus. So I am a high priestess of Hecate. Okay, and I listen. Hecate is the queen of witches and necromancy. And I believe that Jesus Christ had something to do with her too, the way he rose back up. So y'all want to come and talk about the Bible, the only thing I talk about is Jesus Christ because I've had Jesus Christ heal me so many times. I love Jesus Christ. That ain't got nothing to do with all that hateful bull crap in that Bible. Okay, that Bible was created to enslave everybody. And I know this for a fact, and I feel good about it. And I'll never change. I'll never change my position on that, no matter how hard y'all make it. Y'all want to put me through some kind of witchcraft, de-witching. No, I am bewitched, not de-witched. And can't no D do that to me. D makes me, in all contexts, D makes me more powerful. You send me some D energy and I'm going to use it, baby. Okay? Because I know you better than, I know some of y'all better than your mamas know you. Okay? So, yeah, you just, put that in your pipes and smoke it. And and so I don't know, like I don't like to focus on the dark side of witchcraft. I'm more of like a fairy witch. But clearly there's some war going on in fairyland or something. I just called a Maeve and Rihanna and listened to some gypsy. Y'all know who's that? What's her name? The one that was with Fleetwood Mac. For some reason, her name. Yeah, I just sit here and listen to some music and relax. Y'all all tight. Y'all tight. Y'all need some baths and some cleanses, man. I've been over here in total tranquility. Okay. Oh yeah, I love Hecate. One that I've been working with a lot would be Lilith. So we always invoke Lilith whenever we have that patriarchal crap move in, which is sort of moving into our reality, possessing men and stuff, and even women to where y'all act like y'all about to hang a witch or something. I used to get stigmatas and stuff from that. You know what I'm saying? I was born a witch. I was born marked. I was born with that mole on my chin. So, back in the day, they probably would put me to death. And then also I have a big mark of the beast on my hip. Y'all scared of the beast. That's why you can't overcome it. It's like swimming in a sea of sharks but not getting eaten. So, and y'all got to quit, assuming that women are going to be weak. And I don't appreciate the way that my sister in my coven was done because she hasn't been here the past 6 years. But it'll be something that, she will overcome. It's a test. All of it is a test anyway. So if you being tested by my spirits and you come up to me talking about all that witchcraft stuff and all that stuff, well, that doesn't upset me because I realize the reason why you're saying that is because you're afraid of it. and you're afraid of women for some reason. And I don't have nothing to do with your fear. I'm normally a very peaceful person until somebody comes and pokes the bear. And I don't care if it's not sexy to you. I don't care. I don't care. It's sexy to my ancestors. They love it. Okay, but they don't want me in too much of this war either, though, man, because the war is with individual people. You can cut off those individual people that are creating war in your life. If you don't want to accept the fact that I'm a witch, then you don't want to accept me and you're an enemy. I don't care who you are. And I didn't just discover I was a witch on YouTube. Okay, I've been a medium my whole life. It started out with me being a medium. I've also been an empath. So this just didn't start because I came to YouTube. I discovered my spiritual path. I discovered my career path, which is in alignment with my life purpose. I was doing the work anyway. When you an empath, you doing the work anyway. The only difference is that I'm being paid for it, and I will continue to get paid for it, especially all the trouble I got to go through up in here. I'm not gonna sit up here and be an empath and work a full-time job so I can really be sucked dry. Nah, y'all do that. I got the right to be sovereign. Okay. I have the right to be sovereign situation. You don't have the right to tell me nothing. Penis energy, male energy, masculine energy is what I'm talking about. Or either just sex. They try to use sex, either sex to get you caught up or either to shame you. Those things don't work on me. I have no shame. I swear to Goddess, I don't. And I felt shame for a few minutes for a few things that I did, but to carry that with me, you ain't gonna never be able to convince me to do that. Trust me, whatever I've done to anybody, I've learned to forgive myself instantly, especially when you are provoking that kind of reaction out of me. And they've definitely been provoking people. Now, I noticed that a lot of you men, y'all like to try to put up blockages in a woman's money by saying, you broke, you broke, you broke. Honey, it's called, I'm sending it back to you. That's all it is to it. This is a whole other ball game. You cannot fuck with witchcraft unless y'all plan on going out there and hanging and burning and drowning witches again. Y'all might as well just turn a blind eye. Quit looking at us, man. If you don't like us, stop watching us. But I think that y'all really do like us, but y'all want to control us. And there's a problem with that. I cannot be controlled in that manner. I won't let nobody, especially when it comes to me doing harm to myself, because there's no need to do that. That's why I keep it very real. I keep it as real as possible. And as far as people saying, "Oh, well, first of all, me and my sister that's in my coven are good with each other." So to answer that question, because we already knew that y'all were trying to tear down our friendship, which is absolutely ridiculous and preposterous, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all do need to know is that idle hands are the devil's workshop. So y'all need something else better to do, quite simply. Quite simply. It's that simple. Finding something else to do with your time would be so beneficial to all of you. I don't care if you are thumping on a Bible. And yeah, we know we got the warning call that y'all were going to start attacking witchy businesses. We can attack your businesses. And if you have a church, we can attack your church. And the way that we do that is you come out of pocket with us and then we send it back to you. Why do you think that your witchcraft is more powerful than ours? If anything, ours is more powerful because we own it. We don't sit up there and manipulate and do the things that y'all do and then sit up there and be hypocrites about the situation. Y'all are so hypocritical. And then you want to look at me and say, I'm the devil. Good, good. Demonize me to the hilt. I'm glad and I'm so happy about that. What does that have to do with my personal life? I'm out here swimming with the sharks on YouTube. That ain't got nothing to do with me being a woman. I could have disguised myself as a man. I could chop all my hair off and be a man on here if I wanted to. So the petty stuff that y'all doing, y'all need to come up out of that. Y'all been repeating the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Whatever wall y'all put up, we gonna blow it. We gonna burn it down. You cannot do anything about this. Let it go. You're gonna drive yourself into an early grave. Y'all are. Because to be honest with you, what is our practicing and making sure that we're healthy and happy have to do with you? Why is it so? Oh, because we're supposed to be your sacrifices. Well, you know what, y'all, that's it. That's why they said that the devil is very tricky. Because what you'll find out is that you are sacrificing no one but yourselves. And that is the whole truth. Like if you read the Bible in certain parts of it, like it's telling you that right in your face, like, now wait a minute now. Now the devil can be really tricky. And the devil can make you think that you're winning at something, and then at the very end, y'all remind me of that one movie, Tales from the Hood, when them, thugs was running around shooting people, acting a fool, and then they went to hell, and he was like, "Welcome to hell, bitches." That's some, because you think you on the right path, but you actually not, and coming for witches. And you know where witchcraft kind of started. You know where this whole thing came up was that witches, they were the midwives, and then there may have been a couple of witches back then that did some evil things, you know what I'm saying, but witches were the midwives. And so they used these bad witches to create hysteria in order to hang all witches. So if y'all are familiar, and I'm evil in the concept. Let me tell you how I'm evil. I'm evil in the concept is that I have needs just like everybody else. So when a person is hungry or they gotta survive, it's just like if you in the damn jungle and you attack another animal, that animal is gonna eat you. That's how I am. You attack me, I eat you. For real, what else are we supposed to do? And am I supposed to go and say, oh, I'm a coward behind a man? For what? For what? Even if I had a man, I'd be out there fighting with him. Which I'm single right now, y'all, and available. Just to let y'all know, I'm single and available. Okay, in case you didn't know. But this is my business, and I ain't never asked nobody to help me build nothing or help me do nothing. I built this by myself. So what you built, you can't tear down what you didn't build. And they've been trying to, and they've been proclaiming it. And that's a whole fallacy and a lie. All my rent been paid. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about when it come to that, but y'all go ahead and have y'all little manly fantasies. I don't think this makes you manly. I think that this makes you very, very weak and weak minded. Like I said, the devil is very tricky. So you may think that just because the Bible says something about attack witches, kill witches, well, then that means you're looking at yourself too. But you don't know what hell you may have to go through. And why would God allow it? You know that there's a saying that if you kill a witch, her spirit can come back. Witches can do all kind of enchantments to themselves. If somebody actually ever was able to take my life force or take my life, my physical body, because that's all you would be getting, because my soul belongs to me. I don't choose, and I ain't got to sell my soul. Like, I don't know what y'all be talking about. Nobody owns rights to nobody's damn soul, not even your fucking parents. Get out of here with that. Hey, I keep it real. I don't lie to nobody. And if you confused about it, then that's why we're having this discussion. Because I don't want to keep having to have this discussion. I had this discussion with YouTube like several times, and we don't need it as a pep talk. Us witches know exactly what we're doing. I think the problem is that a lot of you men want to be needed, but it's time for y'all to lay down and get healed. Just lay down and let us heal you, okay? Lay down and let us heal you, because you going through it, and you'll get through it, because I know a lot of y'all men have anxiety. Okay, and when men have anxiety, they lash out. Okay, and that's all you're doing. But I can tell you that the resistance against the witches is futile. It's too many of us. It's too many of us. Okay, and you guys don't know the secret to the pyramids either. Y'all gotta know. Y'all don't know the secrets of the pyramids. Okay. Yeah, werewolves. I like werewolves. Werewolves are such majestic little animals. Yeah. Oh, you glad to hear that, Shannon McGee, that I'm available and single? Yeah, I'm definitely single. So I don't know, and so that just, that's what I wanted to say to y'all. I'm not just talking shit. My work has been proven. I'm not just on here talking shit right now, especially with what I'm talking about right now. Y'all need to just listen to what we're saying and stop listening to the evil side, because that's the evil side, especially when you're running around here, and if you got a witch that care about you, and then you listening to people that's telling you that she don't. And I ain't no petty person, man. I came from good stock whenever you get through. Especially on my dad's side of the family, my big mama, and that lady was such a sweet person, but she had her other side to her. You know what? I don't know my big mama's zodiac sign either. I need to ask my cousin what her zodiac sign is. I noticed that they were disrespecting my ancestors. Well, I think that the things that bother them, they think it would bother us. My grandmother ain't tripping off of it. Nobody cares about that. That's not what's important. That's little kid stuff. So at the end of the day, so many of them need to grow up and be responsible. Be responsible with the energy that you put out there, because you put out some negative energy on me, I'm gonna have to send it back to you. Is what I'll do. I'll just send it back. I don't have time for that. It's stupid. You're creating struggle where it doesn't need to be for yourself. A lot of y'all make it harder on yourself because you're thinking too much. You overthinking it instead of just living life, instead of just being free, instead of just freeing your mind. That's the whole point with me. I freed my mind from all of that stuff, and I know that y'all be trying to block us women, but it's real easy to remove those blockages. It really is. Okay, and we got 6 days until the new moon. Make sure y'all get in my Sabbats and that I'm available for your consultations too. I got clients that have been with me for years that are scheduled for work. I don't, at any given moment, I can get the hell off of YouTube for a few days. But instead, these men, they want attention. That's why they do the things that they do, is because they're wanting attention at that moment. But I'm sorry, the first month of the year, you just gonna get a dragon. You're gonna get some kind of demon that's gonna show up and go, in your face, because we're not playing that right now. In fact, after the stuff was okay, what's been going on with my ex is totally different. That's my crazy love life. I don't care about that. I'm talking about people that's actually out there trying to use that against me. Stop it. Stop it. You can't use nothing and nobody against me. So stop trying. Stop trying. Seriously, that's so stupid, man. Living you that's some low life stuff. Every time somebody open their mouth against me, people so butthurt, they gotta play it on their show. Look at what this person said. Well, it's inaccurate whenever you get through, and I'm not gonna keep having this discussion, y'all. It's a lot going on. Um, I can't keep discussing this, but what I will tell you is that witchcraft is a whole other ball game. You're just gonna continue to see your work fall apart. All of the walls that you build up, all of that crap that y'all build up, that house of cards is just gonna get blown away. And then, especially with some of these deities and these dark goddesses that we working with, and you can't kill them. I saw I don't know if it was the Freemasons, it must have been the church. They was trying to destroy Hecate. I don't like magic. It's making me mad. Because you're looking at the negative aspect, because you got negative stuff going on anyway. If you take your magic to a dark place, if you take your life and your intent to a dark place, that's what the hell you're going to get. But magic within itself, they were trying to destroy the magic. Like, you wouldn't even be here. And my mother, Earth, Gaia, she ain't going to let you destroy her Earth, because we already know who y'all incommunicado with. Y'all ready to destroy Earth, and this ain't your Earth to destroy. None of these planets are. You ain't messing with none of these planets. So y'all might as well just move on up out of the universe with all that. Hell, I like to see people win. These people are pure haters. And that is a sickness or a disease. And I can predict that haters, they probably have a higher incidence of colon cancer, colorectal cancer, and then also pancreatic cancer is probably, y'all are at very high risk for that, because your solar plexus is all out of whack. You can feel it whenever you're dealing with you. It's like your solar plexus has a hole in it or something. Like some kind of, it's weird. And as an empath, I can feel that energy. But y'all gotta understand that witches can do whatever they want. There's all sorts of spells. There's invisibility spells. There's spells of invincibility. All kind of stuff that we can do. It's all kind of tricks of the trade. So instead of y'all creating the trauma and the drama, why don't y'all try to show some respect for one another? Because I wouldn't have half of the beef that I have with some of these people if they were not being disrespectful. And I'm not caring about changing disrespectful people. If you try to change people that are disrespectful, you'll be just wore out your whole life. And I don't intend to do that. It's not up to me to change nobody. People have to want that change within themselves. So I don't force nothing on nobody. And y'all need to stop doing that. And stop chasing waterfalls. Y'all chase waterfalls. Chase your dreams, not waterfalls. It's ridiculous. And trust me, you will go down in a rabbit hole messing with witches because, of course, we're women. You know, you guys have a tendency to be a little bit more violent than us. So, of course, our spirits are going to protect the little people. And then I'm a little bitty person. I'm only 5'4". You shouldn't be yelling at me at all. I should never have to yell or raise my voice at anybody because I'm so small. I'm only 5'4". Okay, I am short, and I think I got shorter. So I got male spirits backing me up, ancestors, entities, deities backing me up that will defend me. I don't even have to defend myself. I don't have to say anything. It is through God's good grace that I'm even having this discussion. Because I could just ignore you and really drive you crazy and nuts and up a wall, which is what's going to start happening from this moment forward. All of you patriarchal, sexist, Bible thumping men is being put on ignore, including my ex, so you can't use him. Hey, you can't use him no more. All his antics is being put on ignore. Okay, and then right now I'm not even watching anything like that. I don't want to hear it. I will not let it into my subconscious in any kind of way. If you are somebody that is like-minded, then I will want to hear what you have to say. But if you going in that patriarchal direction, Jamila don't want nothing to do with it. Because, you know, that energy, that's not the energy that I like anyway. Okay, now if you feel like you have a problem with me and you want to get revenge on me, look at yourself because I don't attack nobody unprovoked. You need to look at yourself. If you literally, you have got to be bottom of the barrel trash or evil to have a beef with me because I am literally one of the nicest, kindest people, most giving people that you'll ever meet. But if I'm crossed or snaked, I have a serious problem with that. And I'm only allowing people to snake me once these days. And then it's zero tolerance from there. Okay, so you know, I realize that it's a lot of negative energy being thrown around here, but you know, if you really want to commune with me and my spirits and you know what I'm saying, experience what I experience in the craft, you got to have perfect love and trust in the craft, and I do. I love it. You can never take me about it. I don't care what you do. So don't do anything. I would highly suggest it. My spirits are going to stop you from doing too much because God, aka self, is only going to put on you what you can handle. And it's certain things that I would not be able to handle. And I ain't even going to say what would happen. So, you know, and y'all already tried it when it came to my children. And you saw that I stood my ground with that and I stood it very well. And I'll continue to do that. And stop saying that being single makes a woman weak. Actually, without a weak-minded patriarchal man around, actually makes us stronger because we're not dealing with that energy. In fact, I don't want to date, make love to, or do anything with a man that has that in his loins because it's going to create a weakness. He weak. It might create a weakness within me, but you know, I can honestly say that I'm always in control of that when I have a man under my roof. I don't know about no other women. I'm in control of him. That's why they all call me a bitch, and that's okay too. That's okay too. Bitch means being in total control of him. That's what that means. Okay. So when you call us a bitch, sometimes that's a compliment. Okay. Seriously. Because I'm not sensitive to somebody calling me a bitch, hoe, nigger, none of that. Go ahead and say what you need to say. I'm dodging all that shit. I'm like Neo. Those are bullets. Those are verbal bullets. Y'all trying to assassinate a person, literally put out their light. I am immune to that at this point. I have immunity. And then also we done went through like what 2 years of COVID. COVID been around for 3, 4 years actually before y'all even knew about it. COVID been around. So we've all built immunities to all of that, especially that, which y'all don't really know what covert COVID is. I can't reveal that. Okay. Maybe I'll do it on Patreon, but I won't be doing that live on YouTube. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to examine the reading that I did on the presidential election, though, because the election was actually rigged, and it's not anything that Trump is going to be able to do about it. But I will say that please don't commit terrorist attacks against American people, because that, my friend, shows if you continue to do that, that shows that you were not worthy of being president of this country. So he needs to stop doing that. I was very disappointed in what had happened because it was just totally ridiculous. He knows how it works, that they can rig the elections, and what is, and it is for a reason. And the energies are actually better. The energies are great. Okay, now I don't know what moon phase we in right now, but I do know that today is Thursday, and I have quite a bit of people trying to come and steal honey out of my honeycomb. So I gotta go, okay, and I gotta take care of some business. Well, I already took care of business. What the business I gotta take care of is rest and rejuvenation. And you know what I'm saying? So I have to rejuvenate myself because they were, actually, they didn't really pull on me like they wanted to today. I told them that I was immune to even parasitic attack. And you know what? I think what would be an interesting topic of discussion today would be the difference between vampirism and parasitic attack. These people have become more, they have always been and will always be more so parasitic. And I will go over that with you. First of all, vampires, we need to quit using that word because vampires actually have a treaty with humans. And there are people out there that literally drink blood from humans. And they're either hybrided vampires or either they're full-blooded vampires, and they're decent people. Vampires are not always bad people. That's why they don't reveal themselves to, except for people like me. I've had many, many different people tell me I'm a shapeshifter, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, well, hello. Okay. Parasites is totally different. These people are more so spiritual parasites. They're not vampires. They wish. They wish that they were vampires. In fact, they don't like blood. They've shown their hatred towards blood already. Okay. And yes, vampires will drink menstrual blood. Yes, they will. In fact, it's actually very healthy for them. So that's why they romanticize the relationship between Edward and Bella, because vampires have sort of integrated in with our society. And yes, they do drink blood. They drink animal blood. They exist in certain villages where they drink animal blood and animal fat and meat. And then people are not fat. They are not morbidly obese. They are not sick. These people are very healthy. So vampires are not sick. A lot of these people that we dealing with are or parasitic. They sick. They have diseases in them. Vampires are. You wish you was a vampire. Show me a vampire. I'll like you. Vampires are very strong. They can go years and years without feeding off of a human. So that wisdom comes from Lilith. So these are not vampires, these are spiritual parasites. Because what they do is they don't actually feed, they just destroy. Okay, and we'll go into depth into that later, but I brought that up to say that because some of these people were bragging about, oh, I'm vampiring energy. You got to learn how to get the energy out of people. I heard one of them say, you still live in your mama's basement. You don't know what a vampire is. You don't know what nothing is. You don't know nothing. All you know is don't you know no good. So a lot of these people are just very, very ignorant and they're being taken advantage of spiritually by certain people. Vampires don't have to feed like that. In fact, they're very intelligent people. Many of them eat raw meat of animals. They don't eat humans at all. Okay, but many of them do. Probably about 99% of them do. Okay, these mythical creatures that we talk about actually do exist. And in order for you to know how to navigate through the matrix, you have to know that these mythical creatures exist, and why they exist is because God created them. God created and invented parasites also. All of it is relevant to the creator and to creation. It's all about where you're at in the grand scheme of things. Okay, and mainly the way that you get rid of their parasites is them spiritual baths, but you got to use fire too, guys. Okay, you can kill a lot, you can kill all of their energy with fire, but then again, you can also um, send their bad energy back to them. Because if they have a parasitic attachment to either their bloodline, how is that your problem? That ain't my problem that you got parasites in your bloodline. See, I know how to heal people with parasites. And see, they don't want to accept the healing from witches, and that's a problem. So a lot of y'all got fungus and parasites eating off y'all brains right now. And you got to use those herbs. You got to use the tea tree oil. Tea tree oil has been amazing. I just started using it. Wow, the way that it thickened my hair up is just, it was amazing. Like within just a few days, I was like, whoa, I didn't know this. And I was just using it to anoint. So, and you got to do those things or whatever, because, no matter what kind of being you are, you don't have to necessarily hurt others. Parasites pretty much work in the way that they do. In fact, parasites and free radicals is what's creating your cancers and stuff. Okay. So, yeah, we'll talk about it later, y'all. I gotta go because I did a reading earlier, and then these folk have been bugging, so I gotta meditate and stuff. So that's pretty much what I do when I'm not doing y'all reading. So I'll be back a little bit later to do the Pisces, and then I'll be complete with that. So I'll see y'all a little bit later. I'm just telling y'all what's real. Y'all can be in a fantasy land all y'all want. But at the end of the day, that witchcraft, boy, it always gets you in the end, especially when you ain't being honest, because witches can be very honest, good people. These witches that y'all have saw that are supposed to be witches, many of them were either fake or they're just evil. Okay, and being a satanic witch doesn't necessarily mean evil. Working with Lucifer doesn't necessarily mean evil. These are things that you learn when you start to elevate yourself. Start elevating and quit getting escalated and elevate yourself. For real. Because, and trust me, I give no care about nobody's opinion or emotions about who I am or what I am. Okay, and all y'all other women, stand firmly on your square. If you believe in something, I don't care if it's a man that you love, then okay, stand on your square on your own. Okay, or if it's something that you want to do, anything that you want to do, stand on your square and be strong about it. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Ivy Moon. I will see y'all later. Peace and love.